Hey y'all. So you've heard the term, fake it till you make it. There's actually some science behind, faking it till you make it. And I'll give an example. So they did a study a couple years ago with people shooting free throws for basketball. They had three separate groups, and the one group, they went out every day and they shot 100 baskets, right? And they practiced doing free throwing, okay? The second group, what they did is they just imagined in their mind the perfect, what they would be doing. They felt it, they visualized throwing that ball into the hoop, going right, swish through the all net, and again, visualizing that 100 times over, every single day. And the perfect basket. And then the third group was the control group, which they didn't do anything. And what the study came out, that second group actually had better results than that first group, like by far. And then that control group was worse than everyone. So anyone who, which is obvious, anyone who isn't practicing or doing anything isn't going to do anything. So it's interesting when you think about it is, they're picturing the perfect free throw. And just by picturing and just by visualizing and just being in that feeling, they actually got a way better. And they've done this with musicians, like people who've done piano playing. And again, just visualizing that every single day without even moving your fingers like I am. There was also another test. I remember they did a study on muscle building, and those people that were lifting weights comparatively to those people that were just visualizing lifting weights. It seems crazy, but they actually gained more lean muscle than the controls. So I wanted to give these examples and these powerful studies to illustrate the power of visualization for your own self. So one of the tips that I can give to you guys is, before you go to the appointment, what I want you to do is, as you're driving there ahead of the appointment, visualize what's going to actually happen. What's going to actually transpire. They're going to open up the door, you're going to come to the door, you're going to greet both of them as a couple, they're going to sit you down, you're going to go through your presentation, so visualize how that's going to go. And then also visualize, allow it to come up their objections, right? Because everyone's going to have objections. The objections are just basically questions that people are asking. I heard that my insurance is going to go up, or I heard that, it really doesn't, add value to your home. Okay, so as these questions come up, these objections come up, I want you to visualize how you're going to respond to them. And then another question comes up, respond to that. And just keep on going and maneuver through there. And then start over and visualize it again. And if objection comes through, how are you going to deal with it? And then pretty soon, you're visualizing the entire process to the very end, to completion, to those high fives that we give to folks, the signing of loan docs, and the calling the welcome call. And then, affirm it, reaffirm it, visualize it again. And this ultimately is gonna help you become a master at your craft, a master at really being a professional out there, as a closer, as a salesperson, as a sales professional. And do this, ahead of, doing door knocking too. Visualize how that's going to go, how you're going to respond to those, and it'll just help you over and over again. So just a little tip that I was thinking about this morning. Hope you all are well, and hit it hard.